Hi everyone, it's me, Alna from twinsmommy.com. So I'm going live right now to talk about how to convert your audience. All right, if you need some help. All right, so if you're here, say hi. I hope everyone's doing good right now. My twins are in bed already, and I'm having my coffee right now. All right, so I hope everyone's doing good. I wanted to talk about how you can get your audience on your blog and how to convert them so that, they can become email subscribers or they can buy your affiliate or buy your products and things like that. So to give you a little bit of a growing on that, if you need help if you're brand new. So, if you have a new blog and you wrote a lot of blog posts and then you're like, oh man, I need some way to convert these people. How am I going to do that? We're going to go through that process. I'm just going to quickly make sure I am live in the right area because I've been known to do just that, not be live in the right area. Oh, I am. Great. Awesome. Okay. So I have a slide presentation for you. So we'll just get to it. Let me just make my view look good. And if you're here, just say hi. I know I didn't announce this live. I had this little setup here, this slideshow for a while now, and I just couldn't find the time to present it. And I thought today would be a good day, but today ended up being a huge gong show for me, and I had no time to actually be online. So I thought, well, I might as well just go right now and be live. All right, so let's go right into it. So how to convert your audience, getting them to the next step. All right. Now, before we even go into that, you have to make sure that your blog becomes a business as soon as you have a way to generate income from it. Okay. So whether you display ads or you do sponsored content, affiliate marketing, or if you create products on your blog, right? Those are the efforts that bring your income. That means you have a business, right? That's what I feel. So when you have a business, you have all those things. And then if you make money, then your blog is no more than a passion diary. It's actually something that can give you income. So you have to start thinking about it as a business. So that means having a plan. So having those quarterly goals, any tools or services that you might need. So those are investments into your business, right? To take your business to the next level, right? Those are all necessary for any kind of growth on your blog or business. But before we get to that point where you're making good income, you need to convert those readers. So let's go through this. Oh, hey, Saving This Can't Watch Dinner Time by Love Your Idea. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can watch this in the replay if you want. Alrighty, everyone. Okay. So the first thing is to make sure that you have ongoing traffic on your blog, right? Now, one of my blogs has over 100,000 page views. Smart My Ideas has 100,000, my Alna Kane, and Twins Mommy is around 94,000. So it's growing and growing and growing, right? Now, these blogs they're not that old. I think my Alna Kane is the oldest. I believe it's around 5 years old, almost 6. But all my other blogs are around 2 to 3 years old. So why is traffic so important? I know there's bloggers out there that might say something different. They might say, you know what, an email list is just as important or even more important than traffic. And we'll get to that. But I look at building your blog as a business with these steps in mind. And the first step is you need audience. You need people to come to your blog on a regular basis to grow those page views and to build a raving tribe of loyal people that will listen to you and buy whatever you're recommending them, right? And that all starts with traffic. I honestly believe that traffic is the heartbeat of your entire blog. Without that traffic, your blog won't thrive. I recently bought a blog with courses, actual courses on Thinkific, a Shopify site with actual printables for sale and everything, with affiliates and sponsored posts. And she never made any money from it because her traffic wasn't growing, right? So you might think, well, I'll just start my blog, and in the first 6 months, I'm going to create my first product, I'm going to start making money with affiliate links. I'm going to start plastering those on. I'm going to create tutorial based posts, and you're going to do that all in the first 6 months, right? Even as a brand new blogger. I caution you. I really go in the whole idea of what John Morrow of Smart Blogger says. He teaches his course students to not monetize their blog for the first year of blogging because he knows the importance of building a tribe of followers and that traffic, right? So I go with that plan in mind with when I do start a brand new site. I take that time to build content and get to know my audience and what they want. Because I can't create any kind of products, I can't recommend any affiliates if I don't know who my audience is. And that's where traffic comes in. I'm sorry if I'm harping on this. I really am. It's just sort of like a real passion of mine. So I apologize if I'm just sort of on my soapbox right now. But as an example, when I created my course for freelance writers, so my list was under 1,000. My email list. So I probably had about 800 subscribers on my email list, and my traffic was definitely under 20,000 page views a month. I mean, that blog was probably I launched that course a year after, right? So I waited that whole year, a year after starting that blog, and so I grew my list at that time. I wasn't really focused too much on page views, but I was delivering content every week and trying to nurture my email list at the same time. And I launched my course, and I made money, but it wasn't consistent. I wasn't making sales every day. I had to put a lot of effort. So I did a webinar. I guest posted on other people's sites. I did a lot of the marketing aspects to get people to notice me and to notice my product and to grow my audience, right? But it wasn't like I, made, 30,000 on that launch or anything, far from it. But it was my first product, and I had good income. I made at least 10,000 for that launch, and I was very proud of that. But it wasn't until I grew my traffic to over 100,000 page views and my list to over 20,000 that I made thousands and thousands a day, right? So that's why I feel traffic can help you with generating that income. So if you have any questions with that, but that's my personal belief. That's what I've seen with my blogs. I know that Heather was talking about that in her live recently about how to make money with a parenting blog, that she really didn't ramp up her income until her traffic was growing. All right. So email, of course, this is totally important when you start turning your blog into a business. You need to have an email list. You need to start segmenting that audience that comes to your blog to those that are invested in what you're saying. This is very pivotal to turn that passion blog of yours into something more than that, right? And you can do that even before you have any products in mind. I started my Twins Mommy blog, and then a month later, I started my email list with no product in mind, nothing about that in mind. I started Twins Mommy as a passion project just to connect with other mom bloggers. So I had no intentions of monetizing that blog actually, but it was through the process of talking to other mom bloggers, through the process of trying different marketing tactics and emailing my list that I learned what they needed. And what they wanted to know a lot was, how do you grow your traffic? How do you turn that into money? How do you do all that? And balance it as a mom. And so that's where my blog focused when I learned that. And so if you want to start converting the people that come to your blog from Pinterest in particular, from Facebook, you need to start placing opt-in forms on every piece of content that you have on your blog as much as possible. That should be part of your marketing strategy plan, right? So what do I have here? What do you want your audience to do, right? After reading your post? You can get them to sign up to your email list, to comment on your blog, to share. Maybe you want them to watch a video. Like, you just have to figure out what the goal is for everyone that comes and reads that post. One of my posts went viral. And so viral in my sense, when I was getting 50 average all day, about 50 people coming to that one post. Even today, there was that many people. So it had a little spike of traffic. And so I immediately looked over my content on that blog post to see if I can do anything to optimize it. And I decided to add a new affiliate link for something that was related to that blog post. Right? So you need to figure out the freebie that you want for your audience and start placing them on your blog post and do trial and error. I had a lot of different freebies on Twins Mommy. I had a decluttering checklist. I had a sales page optimization freebie. I had a blog post checklist freebie. I had a side hustle guide freebie. I had so many different freebies because I wanted to see what my audience wanted the most, right? It just gave me some ideas. And over time, I learned what my most optimized and converting freebies are, or based on blogging and Pinterest, right? So that takes time. But in the beginning, play around. Try doing checklists. Try doing, see if you can wrap up a little video and do a 5-minute video presentation of something. Try different types of things and then place those opt-ins and that opt-in form in your blog post on every blog post. And that might mean looking at your niche and the type of writing that you're doing, the topics that you're doing. If you're finding that you can't put a freebie on every blog post that you're writing, that might signal to you that you need to sort of change your focus and try to write in the same vein. So, maybe your freebie should be more global. Motherhood, something with motherhood if you're writing different topics about motherhood. So finding a way to either niche down your blog or to globalize your freebie, right? To make it more general. Those are things you can play around with for sure. And that is what's going to start converting your readers once they get onto your email list from Pinterest, from Facebook, or whatever your social media strategy is for whatever platform you're on. I'm sorry, my coffee is getting cold. All right. Now, once you have someone on your list, right? So you have the traffic that's going, it's ongoing. You're writing content consistently. You're sharing it on social media. That traffic is getting there. It's generating traffic every month. You start your email list and you start placing opt-in forms on all your blog posts with a certain freebie or a couple of different freebie incentive ideas. Now you have that in place. Now you need to create a funnel. Now, let me just mention that you don't have to do this right away. I didn't do this with Twins Mommy for the longest time, but what I did do was create a welcome series. So I know Mira, in this group, sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong, Cothand, she has a great blog post and has some really great incentives on her blog about email marketing and a welcome series. So for Twins Mommy, that's what I did. Someone opted into my freebie and I did a welcome series. And that was just a series of emails to get those people interested in what I was writing about on Twins Mommy and how I could help them. I didn't have a product at the end of that welcome series. I didn't have anything, but I asked them to like my Facebook page or to check out my YouTube channel. I had different call to actions for that welcome series over the years of having Twins Mommy. And then once I had my products, I sort of built that into my welcome series. But yeah, generally a funnel is something to introduce, so educate your subscribers on the problem that they're having. They may not even realize they have a problem. You're going to agitate that problem. So in terms of what it would look like if you continue down that road, the reasons why you're failing or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing because of that problem. Like, it's just agitating and making it known about that, and then providing the solution, which would be your your coaching service, or your sponsored post, or your affiliate product, or your product. That's generally how a funnel would set up. And you can do that with each freebie that you have, right? So email marketing is the next step to converting your readers, right? That's what we've been talking about. And it's the only marketing channel that converts the highest. And a whopping 77% of us prefer these marketing emails over social media scrolling. So if you look at this little graph here, email marketing is still highly like the number one marketing channel to convert your readers. Like that's what people are known or recognize, that's what you do. Like you start your email list, and that's the most powerful marketing channel you can have to convert your audience into clients or customers. All right. And then second is SEO, right? All right. And then the last step is your writing. So making sure that you have writing that mirrors how your audience speaks. I use this a lot for my sales page, actually, my sales page writing, my landing page writing. I like to get to know how people are phrasing certain things. So I believe this is a copywriting secret, but you want to start to do some social listening and use the same terms your audience is using. So example, I might call it an opt-in, but many moms call it freebies, right? So I'm going to change my language and call it freebies instead of, an opt-in. If people are talking about their current job, what kind of words are they using? Maybe some people are saying, I can't take one more day of working at that job, or I have to go back to that sucky job, that pitiful job, that hateful, gross job, or whatever words that they use. Pay attention to that so that you can start using that in your sales page. So for example, here is one of my sales page. And I highlighted, pour their heart into writing blog posts. The emails that I get from a lot of subscribers tell me that they pour their heart out into writing all these posts and they're not seeing results. So I use that terminology. Of course, nothing is working. I hear that a lot in my emails for people that need help. Nothing is working. Why isn't this working? And then here, top bloggers. You keep hearing from top bloggers how much income they are earning from their blog. So I hear that a lot in people who respond to my emails about, I hear from this blogger that they're making this and I'm not making that and I don't know why, kind of thing. So I listen to my audience. I listen on Facebook, in the Mom to Mompreneur group. I listen on Twitter. I listen through my email responses and get to know what type of terminology they're using. And that's something that you can start doing on your marketing pages. So like your landing pages or your sales pages, but you can even do that with your blog posts. When I was writing on Twins Mommy, I use the term mama. That's my catchphrase. So I call everyone mama. Instead of mom, instead of mommy, that's just me. And that's what I use. So you also want to use that type of whatever personality and phrases, and you can brand that and make that part of your brand. So, hey everyone. So that wraps it up. I have some resources. So if you're new and you don't know what's going on, I do have my signature course, which is Ready Set Blog for Traffic. I do have if you don't have an email list, you can check out my blog post on how to start an email list. And I also have a free list building challenge. So I'm just going to add that later in this live. But if you have any questions, just pop them in. I'm here. If you need specific help on funnels or specific help on those types of posts that gain traffic, I can give you some resources for that. All right. So I hope that helps everyone. Have a good night. Oh, my coffee now is probably a little bit cold. But all right. Let me just. Hi, everyone. All right. I hope that helped. Have a good night.